Welcome to the good life. Welcome to the good life.
Good morning, and welcome to the Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Gumbo Talk Thursday. We have Jonette and Cindy in the studio. Terry's on her way, and we have a fun show for you. We're going to be talking about friendships. Friendships you should keep, friendships you should dismiss, and habits of happy couples. Now, I know all of you want to stay tuned to this because, well, all of you ladies are married, so I figured you all could, speak to these habits of happy couples because you just look funny. That was not the response.
We'll try.
You
sure you want to hear about it?
Yeah, exactly. I do want to hear about, but I know what you all want to hear about. You want to hear about yesterday's Generations Networking Mixers at the Half Shell. It was absolutely amazing. Janae outdid herself. If you have not gone to one of the WBOK Generations Networking Mixers, you have lost time and networking ability. Make sure you do it. The next one is on October 1st at Les Musées, and all of the information will be over the radio waves of WBOK over the course of the month. But let me just tell you how networking happens. So I was there, and so was the majority of all of the personalities and radio hosts of WBOK, so you can always come out and meet all of us. And y'all know I tell all my business. So Aiden has registered for his first chess tournament on Saturday, so I'm really all excited for him. So they have this gentleman, his name is Damon Fletcher, and he was playing chess. And so I was like, I talked to everybody. Oh, my son just started playing chess, and he's in his first tournament. And he said, oh, guess what he does? He trains children to play chess. And he does it in school settings. He's based out of Baton Rouge, but he's trying to expand to more schools. So if you are interested in your child playing chess, and he doesn't know I'm doing this day, so shout out to Damon because Aiden absolutely loved him. Damon Fletcher. His number is 323-533-6891. 323-533-6891. And I'll put that number and his information on my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that. Being Eileen C, The Good Life. I'll put my information all there. So long story short, Aiden got to meet him. They sat down and played chess for an hour and a half. And he gave them different strategies to do. He's like, I'm going to train you for your first tournament. So I was like, so it's not, he just doesn't teach them. He's a chess master. Wow. And then he was trained by the only African-American grandmaster of chess, who is Maurice Ashley. And he has an app, the Maurice Ashley Chess. You can put it in Google or Android or any of that. Maurice Ashley. You can look him up on Google. He is the only African-American grandmaster of chess. And so we will have him on the show soon to talk about chess because that's opening people's mind to living differently in the world. You know, if all of our children played chess or just picked up a game where you use your mind instead of being on the, your phones all day, imagine if we just started at first and second grade, in 10 years, these children would be in high school just like Katrina. And think about how their minds would be different. Yeah. So we want to open people's minds to living differently in the world because that's what we do here on The Good Life.
Well, chess is such a great game. It's a game that requires you to think.
Right.
And when these kids think, if they're structured to think, it'll help them think on exams.
Exactly.
Yeah, and strategy.
Exactly.
It helps you to think strategy, moves, what you should do. It helps you to be proactive because while you're sitting there looking at your, opponent, structure a possible move, you're thinking about the move that person's going to make, possibly.
Right.
And then the move you have to make to counter that move.
Absolutely.
That is thought. And it requires a lot of skill to do that. So if he learns that at an early age, my word, that'll carry him through life.
And what I loved about it is this is something he decided to do. Yeah. And he is just taking off with it. You want to play chess? Okay. And I found out because his teacher emailed me, Aiden is interested in the chess tournament. Would you like to sign him up? I need to know by today. Sure he can. You know what I mean? So it was something he did on his own. And we would not have been able to meet Damon Fletcher of Train of Thought. It is Train of Thought, www.chesstrain.org. Again, that website is www.chesstrain.org. And we would not have met him if we were not at the Generations Networking Mixer. So you never know who you can meet or what type of connections you can make. So make sure you are there on October 1st at Les Musées, and all the information will be given out. So that's what was going on with me. And since I have all of these happy couples around me, I figured we could go through the list of the habits
You're
of healthy
happier than all
couples.
of us as a couple. You are
Well, yeah,
so
because
happy. I see the glow on
we're a year in, so we're like, y'all are longer than that. Yeah, we're a year in, so yeah, we're still in the love phase.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, but it's always going to be a love phase, right?
She said it like it's gonna go away.
Right, it's always going to be a love phase. I mean, like the new phase.
Look at how happy she looks.
I glow, right?
You do glow.
See?
Love it.
That's what happens, But that's what happens when you meet the man that's for you. Look, we're preaching Relationship Tuesday today. It's a definite difference. And I can say the differences between where I am now with this relationship and my past relationships. Well, number one, I'm a different person. So if I wanted something different, I had to do something different. So I went through a lot of self-reflection last year, last year. I did. And I was like, I don't want this anymore. So what do I need to do and why am I attracting this? Because obviously I'm attracting it. Yeah. So I looked at myself. I was like, okay, I need to sweep some of this out, get in the corners and, get on my hands and knees in the baseboards and then do something different. And so that's what I decided. And then lo and behold, God brought something different. Amen. Thanks, God. So
you asked for it, right?
And I asked for it. And it's funny. I put up a post April of last year about being open to love again. And I actually put it on Facebook. It's in my notes section. Anybody want to go check it out? And I met him in August. And it's funny. I had already known him, but he came
It's like
around.
you're really a year.
Literally, a year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Congrats.
See?
Congratulations.
Guys. Thanks, guys. But y'all are a lot longer in. So we're going to go over these these habits. And, these aren't anything that everybody has to do. And, we're just playing here on Gumbo Talk because, I want to see if these work. This is what they say.
Okay.
Now, I want to know from married couples, is this really true?
Oh, boy. I wonder if Mel's listening. Let's go.
Mel, let's see. Okay, number one, going to bed at the same time. Remember the beginning of the relationship where you couldn't wait to go to bed with each other, to be intimate. Happy couples resist the temptation to go to bed at different times. They go to bed at the same time, even if one partner wakes up later to do things while their partner sleeps. And when their skin touch, it still causes each of them to tingle unless one or two of you are completely exhausted to feel sexually excited. So, do you all still go to bed at the same time? See, like realistically, that's why we want to have this conversation.
Yes, actually we do. And I'll tell you why. Don't laugh. Okay, Kurt's always on his laptop in the bedroom, and that's the last spot at the table in the master, and he's on his laptop, and I go, honey, and or he'll say, honey, going to bed, I'm going to bed. What he'll do is shut down, and we get in bed.
Aww.
And that's tradition. Now, this is New Orleans, folks. Even, I have these hot flash issues. The cuddling thing, the touch, okay. Sometimes it has to take a moment because it's not that it's there. I mean, the foot may touch one, but it's hot, and it might catch a hot flash or something. But, I think the idea of going to bed at the same time is great because we do acknowledge when usually I'm the one to walk in the bedroom last, because I'll sit in my woman cave, and he's in
your shoe closet.
Yeah. No. Girl, I try to hide some of those shoes. Anyhow, so, but the key factor is that we do acknowledge each other coming to bed. And 33 years of marriage does that.
Very nice.
How does that work for you, Jeanette?
Yeah, no, it's funny because we
getting all up in y'all's business.
I know, it's
today.
okay.
All
No.
in the stew.
It's okay. We do more often than not, and when we don't, I argue about it. My husband, he's in IT, and he's a gamer. So after I put the girls to bed, my girls are in bed by 7:30, 8 o'clock every night. He'll go and play a game, and I'm a reader. So I'll lay in the bed and read. And at a certain point, I'm texting, because he's upstairs, I'm texting saying, it's time. So,
right.
I mean, we do. It does. It matters, regardless of what your goal is for going to bed at the same time. It does, because we talk. It's just little things that we do before we go to bed, which sounds really funny, but it is important. And when we don't do it, I get annoyed. I do, because then I'll wake up. He'll game all night. I'll wake up at 1:30. He's still gaming, and I'm like, no, we're not doing this. Right. So and it does, and like you guys, it's hot. We will it'll be about a good 35 seconds, and he's like, I'm sweating, move, But it's the thought that counts.
That initial touch.
Yeah, it's important.
What? So I'm just trying to think.
Just give her the full mic.
Yeah. So I guess before, because I work late hours because running a community center.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would get in bed and then jump right out again. As soon as the kids knock out, I'm out working. But I've noticed since I started taking more self-care of myself now, so spending more time with Sean, but still the kids actually get us to bed for us, it's really the kids.
Well, you have 6 of them and
Yeah.
3 triplets.
Correct, exactly.
I mean, like 3 that
Yeah.
are triplets.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
boys, little boys.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and because we'll do a round of Mom love you, Dad love you, love
Mom,
you,
love you,
love you,
love
love
you,
you,
love
love
you.
you. But wait, when you guys start talking about hot flash, isn't the house cold because the AC's on? You guys still
It
have hot
doesn't
flash?
matter.
Really?
It's not necessarily, for me, it's a hot flash. It's just hot, though. I mean, people generate heat.
Oh, I know that. Oh, yeah.
That's really what it
I've
is.
been in
for-
those heated moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Turn on the fan.
Y'all are
She's like, just power through it.
funny. Y'all are hilarious.
Really?
You could be in the middle of a snow blizzard and break a hot flash.
You could be in the middle of a snow blizzard and break a hot
Oh,
flash.
absolutely. It's gonna come. No matter.
It's
You
gonna
could be standing out there with nothing but your skivvies on. You're gonna break a hot flash. Literally
Oh.
break a hot flash.
What do y'all think about this next one? And I absolutely agree with this. And not that I'm married now, but I think, having talked to a lot of couples, I think this is really important. Cultivating common interests. Because after the passion settles down, it's common to realize that you have few interests in common, but don't minimize the importance of activities that you can do together that you both enjoy. So, just doing something together that you both enjoy, or maybe compromising and doing something that they enjoy, and they compromise and do something you enjoy.
Well, one of the things that I really admire, Eileen, Cindy and her husband have a boat, and they do that together. And I like that. And they've
relaxing,
invited
too,
Kurt and
I
I to
bet.
join them. But I think that the boat is wonderful because, when he's steering, she's right on his side with her hand on his shoulder.
Which is such a
while he's
metaphor for
steering.
life, right?
I
In a good
love it.
relationship.
It is the
Right.
most romantic thing I've ever seen. And, their hair is
now I want a
blowing
boat.
and she's holding on to her honey while he's steering that boat. I love it.
Well, we already know what y'all do together now, Cindy.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that we actually do together is the boat. But then we also spend a lot of time in reference to with our kids. Sean and I are big supporter of being around our children. Honestly, Sean and I, and I think Terry knows this, we have never taken a honeymoon since we got married.
Wow.
So we've been married for going on 16 years.
I know you have 6 kids.
16 years. But so we got married, then I got pregnant right after that with Alexis. And so we've never taken a honeymoon. But I feel like I just married him like yesterday.
Aw.
I'm serious because he's the type of guy that, I have my share of fault. Believe me. Y'all know that, right? Yeah, go ahead.
That's hiding those shoes under the bed.
Exactly.
Sean, they're
Little
under the
things that
bed.
I do. And I think culturally for me as a Vietnamese American woman, most Vietnamese women are basically supposed to be at home, taking care of the kids. We shouldn't be, dressing up for any reason. We shouldn't be out networking. But you guys know that my type of work requires me to network out and about in the community. But to have a husband like Sean, very supportive. I have friends that's like, you actually left the house dressed like that, and your husband says okay. I said, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we spend a lot of time with our kids, and that's one of our that we look forward to as well, because we feel a very close connection with our children. And our kids love it when we're very affectionate. Serena, I have a 22 years old, and she's like, Mom, you guys are like,
But you're showing them what love looks like.
Right.
exactly. And I think that's where we got to,
Yep.
not just between us and our husband, but also showing our children.
I think
about
some
how do
adults-
we treat each other as man and woman, right?
Absolutely. How to have a healthy relationship.
Correct.
It absolutely does. I have a 2-year-old, and before we leave, we do, and the whole love you, kisses, whatever. My 2-year-old will say, okay, Daddy kiss Mommy, Mommy kiss Daddy, like, because it's such a norm and it makes them happy. And,
Yeah.
Right.
But then also when we hug, they get right in the middle. Like
Right.
everybody
Family
has to get a
hug,
little bit of it.
family
Yeah,
hug.
but it's the norm, and they can also pick up. And not that this may be on your list when you and your spouse are not getting along.
Yeah,
they
they
pick up on it, and then they play mediator.
Yes,
they
they put you
facilitate.
together.
Yeah, yeah. They show them how to have a healthy relationship.
Well, here's one from an old timer, okay, for you guys, and particularly for you, Eileen.
Okay.
Date night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Date night. Find once a month date
Yep.
night, please.
Yep.
Because, get a sitter,
Yeah.
get a sitter,
ma'am.
get a sitter, get a sitter.
Yep.
Well, baby.
Right.
You shut you down. No, I'm just kidding. No, Cindy keeps her marriage alive.
Oh, yeah.
She does. Vibrant woman. But, date night, you need it. A marriage needs it because not even a marriage, a relationship, because that can become so mundane. Okay, date night is wonderful. Plan it. But here's the deal. 1 month you plan it, the next month he plans it. Make it
Oh,
total
that's a good
surprise.
idea.
Yes. And I'm not talking about spending a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm talking about doing something fun. bring back the love.
Yes.
You know, grab a bottle
The
of wine, a
spark.
bucket of chicken, a blanket, and find a jukebox
Go on
somewhere.
the lake.
You know what I mean? And some and a flashlight. And
Yes.
go to the lakefront or wherever. And just put
That's
that
one of his
down,
favorite spots, the lake.
Put that
so.
down. Bring a chess game, a board game.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys just chill, talk. You know, kiss, snuggle,
Snuggle.
love the moment.
Well, we are discussing happy hub.
She's
I'm
so
so
happy.
look. She put me in a mood. I was like, all right, we're going to try this out. We are discussing habits of happy and healthy couples. We will continue this conversation on The Good Life with Eileen. We are here on Gumbo Talk with the ladies. We have Jonette, Cindy, and Terry in the studio today, and you do not want to miss the rest of this conversation. We'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Eric Griggs. Join me on Thursdays from 1 to 2 p.m. where we talk about health and community affairs. Get checked, get fit, and get moving. You can friend me on Facebook at Doc Griggs or follow me on Twitter at DocGriggs1. Again, join me on Thursdays from 1 to 2 p.m. here on WBOK, Real Talk for Real Times.
People are raving about Lil Dizzy's Cafe.
I liked it so much I went back the next day for breakfast.
I went for the lunch all-you-can-eat buffet, and I had to be rolled out of it.
I've had many gumbos in this city, and I will say, hands down, Little Dizzy's is the best.
I felt loved when I ate the bread pudding. I literally almost cried.
You heard it here first. Lil Dizzy's Cafe is New Orleans' #1 Creole restaurant. Open 7 days a week, Lil Dizzy's pulls out all the stops with a mouth-watering all-you-can-eat lunch buffet featuring the best fried chicken and gumbo in the city. Enjoy a hearty breakfast and be sure to ask for the seafood omelet, loaded. Lil Dizzy's Cafe, 1500 Esplanade Avenue in the historic Treme. For reservations or takeout orders, call 504-569-8997. For catering and private parties, call Miss Jerry at 504-324-9567. That's 504-324-9567. Lil Dizzy's Cafe, the best in the city.
Parents, are you looking for an excellent school for your child? SciTech Academy is back in session. Our schools have some of the highest growth and scores on the LEAP and iLeap in the city of New Orleans. SciTech Academy is a perfect fit for scoring high in academics, winning championships in tackle football and volleyball, and working hard every day to get into the city's best high schools and colleges. We provide a laptop for every child. Call 504-266-9993 today. SciTech Academy is located uptown at 820 Jackson Avenue, and we provide busing from all over New Orleans. We have extended day until 5 p.m. for all students. SciTech Academy is a high-performing school. Call 504-266-9993 or visit a Parent Center for more information. Call 504-266-9993 or visit www.renewschools.org to enroll your child in the city's best STEM school.
LNR Security provides the good life. They make their mark in the security arena by providing excellent security services for more than 35 years and are licensed in more than 13 states. LNR Security's team comes with a wealth of experience from the military, law enforcement, and law enforcement training. Their personnel is comprised of more than 200 employees trained in video monitoring, special event services, convention services, armed and unarmed security guards, ticket takers, executive security, personal bodyguards, hall monitors, and critical infrastructure personnel that are TSA trained. LNR Security services are provided on a 24-hour basis and have expanded to the newest technology, including video monitoring. Find them on the web at www.lrsecurity.com or call them today at 504-943-3191. Again, that number is 504-943-3191. Live the good life with LNR Security today.
Hello? I need help. My hair is a mess and my man texts me telling me to be ready for 8. He has a surprise. What am I going to do? My stylist takes forever.
I got you. Call Ringlet Salon. I just left there.
Where?
Ringlet Salon. They took me within minutes and had me in and out in no time. Very professional, and I scheduled online at ringlets.com.
For real?
Girl, for real.
Does Ringlet Salon hook up your roots?
Looks like I got a perm, and you know I'm anti-chemicals. Ringlet Salon has my hair soft and bouncy. I'm getting the Brazilian Blowout Express next week. It eliminates frizz for 6 weeks.
6 weeks? Okay, I'm all about Ringlet Salon. Where are they located?
Ringlets has 2 locations, one at 4712 Paris Avenue and one in the Hilton Hotel on the river. That location validates parking for 4 hours and is open on Sunday.
Perfect for a working woman like me. That's all I needed to know. I'm going to be fresh for my man.
You will if you schedule your appointment at ringlets.com. That's RINGLETTS.com.
Bye. Go and make my appointment with Ringlet Salon now.
Are you tired of that squeaking door, those uneven steps, or that room you want painted? Have you been looking for that trustworthy contractor that is licensed and insured that can handle all of your residential construction needs? Well, look no further. Elite Southern Solutions can handle all your residential needs. There is no job too big or too small that Elite Southern Solutions can't complete to perfection. Call them at 504-756-7933. That's 504-756-7933. To add value to your home, to update your bathroom, add that much-needed storage, or finally remodel your kitchen. Elite Southern Solutions will take care of that water leak repair, those boards that need to be replaced after termite season. Call a contractor you can trust to get the job done right the first time. And that's Elite Southern Solutions. They are fully licensed and insured and will give you peace of mind. Call them today at 504-756-7933. That's 504-756-7933. That's Elite Southern Solutions, getting the job done right the first time.
Listen to WBOK 1230 AM anywhere in the world. Live at www.wbok1230am.com. WBOK 1230 AM, talk radio in New Orleans.
Welcome to the good life. Welcome to the good life.
The wait is over.
Welcome to the good life.
Good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life. We are here on Gumbo Talk Thursday. We are here with the ladies, Jeanette, Cindy, and Terry, and we are getting in the stew. We're going to finish up our conversation about habits of healthy and happy couples. And I'm throwing it at all of these ladies because they're all married, so, and I'm on my way, so I'm going to see what y'all know, so maybe I can pick up on some of your things. And so if you're listening out there, maybe some of these will work for you as well. Here's one I thought was pretty good that I think that you all may enjoy. Focus more on what your partner does right than what he or she does wrong. If you look for things your partner does wrong, you can always find something, but you do something wrong too. Oh, I'll just throw that in there. If you look for what she does right, you can always find that something too. It all depends on what you want to look for. Happy couples accentuate the positive. So
that is so true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, happy couples have a way about them that you see that loving touch, that loving being, that love in the marriage, that love in one another. But here's the deal. If you start ignoring that love in the marriage, that loving touch, that loving being, then you ignore the marriage and you ignore one another. You grow apart.
Right.
So, stay in tune with with what the person loves. You know what your mate likes. You know the little things that make them smile, that make them laugh, that make them touch you. Do it.
And I'm going to throw this in there because y'all know I like to read and I love this book because it really, I think, would really change your life if you're, kind of in a sticky situation in your marriage or just kind of on a plateau or whatever, or in your relationship, whatever it is. The 5 love languages. If you can know how your spouse or partner wants to be loved, then it really changes the game. If you know that they are quality time and you've been giving them gifts, yes, they appreciate the gifts, and you're like, why aren't they appreciating it? But they simply want you to sit down and watch a movie with them. So it's just understanding the way people love, and it will really help you. It's called the 5 love languages. You can get it online. You can do a quiz and find out. It's really very simple and inexpensive, and it would really, change relationships. It is the good life. I have had firsthand experience with a lot of friends who've done it. So throw that in there.
But I think also not being too hard on each other, on things that, we accidentally make, like mistakes, right. And I know, like, when I remember carrying triplets, it was like, humongous hippopotamus. And I think for me it was the fact that I was always like consciously making sure that I don't act out like a
crazy woman.
Exactly. You know,
I only have triplets in my
know,
belly.
I'm only carrying like freaking 15 pounds in my stomach, and everything is stretched out, you know. But then Sean was always so patient with me. And it was so hard to be a bitch with him when you really wanted to, because that's your role, right? I have reason to be that, and I don't have to make an excuse.
Right.
But it was just, and so I think not just to make sure that we are not always constantly picking on each other for a little mistake, and forgive each other. You know, forgive each other, because I think going back to my kids, I don't know if I shared this with you guys, but, you know, Sean and I, we practice in front of our children in reference to how we love each other. And my oldest daughter, about 4 weeks ago, came to us and said, Mom and Dad, you guys have been so busy working. I want to take my sibling on a weekend.
I saw that picture.
Yeah, the picture in Florida. That's Serena and her siblings in Florida.
I was like,
for the whole entire
that's
weekend.
Awesome.
And she goes, I want you and Dad to have time just to spend time together.
Right.
And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I felt like
a great parent.
Yeah. I wanted to say that, but then, you know, you don't want to jump the gun, because as soon as she did something right, maybe she's going to do something really bad. But then, you know what? I'm going to celebrate that moment.
Right.
You know, and I was like, I felt like I was like on a mountain, like I'm like this awesome mom and dad.
Right.
Like we raised this child, and she's thinking
Right.
outside of herself.
Right.
Because you know, normally teenager, they just think about themselves.
Right.
You
Right.
know, and so I was just like really, really humble just to have Serena doing that for us. And I think because she see how we practice in our marriage.
Right.
And how we, you know, like when I may make a mistake, Sean doesn't like literally chew me out in front of the kids.
Right. But that's important.
And that's very critical.
That's very important.
Yeah,
that's very important. And for you, Jeanette?
Well, you know, we get hung up on the little things. And the little things when you are with someone every night become the big things.
Right.
And it's easy, right? There's a pile of clothes on the floor. The dishes are still in the sink. We didn't take the chicken out. You didn't check the homework. It's always something. And we talk about it a lot. If we spent our time on those things, we would argue all the time.
Right.
And at the end of the day, like, and I say all the time, like, so on my deathbed, I am not going to be like, I can't believe you didn't wash those dishes.
Right.
It will never ever come up. But you will be like, oh, we didn't go to this graduation, or we didn't take a trip together, or we didn't sit down and talk after work. So those are the things we focus on. Who cares about the clothes and the dishes and the car? The car is clean. So that's really how we go about it all.
I love these. I have one more for you before we switch into the friends. And I'm kind of group it together because I like them all. Number 1, hug each other as soon as you see each other after work. Say I love you and have a good day every day. And say good night every night, regardless of how you feel about them at that moment.
Never go to bed angry.
That's one of our rules too, in the
Well, Kurt and I's thing is that, you know, we pray at night together. So
Love
bed,
it.
Very nice.
In bed we pray. You know,
wonderful.
And,
That's
the
perfect
best
way
thing
to
for
end
us
the day.
because yes, you know, and sometimes she goes, honey, you sleeping? No, still praying. You know, but we pray. Always get in bed and then we pray.
I love that.
Yeah, great way to end the day.
Yeah.
that is awesome.
And speaking of your spouse or partner being your friend, how do you feel about, well, we'll get into the negative later because, you know, it's a good life. I'm going to start with the good stuff. About having friends. You know, it's up to your chances of living a long and happy life. Having a bunch of fair-weather buddies won't do the trick. So you need a diverse group of well-rounded entourage. We say the 5 people around you are the most influential, right? So we need to know how we choose our friends. So this is a list of, you know, the type of friends that you should have around you. We're going to get into the type of friends that you should dismiss after the break, but right now we're going to get into those. So number 1, you should have a loyal best friend. Sometimes a loyal best friend is the only thing that you need to stay sane. Everyone needs a non-judgmental friend. Did I say that? A non-judgmental friend who will support you no matter what. Look at Cindy and Terry, you know, clinking. But that's true. You need somebody who's non-judgmental. And we say that all the time on The Good Life. You know, love, compassion, understanding, and tolerance. And tolerance is one of those things. And, you know, they don't care if your room is clean or if you've had a bad day, if your hair looks crazy. You know, they're going to be your best friend no matter what.
Yeah. And I'm very fortunate to have such friend like that because I feel like just tell me the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need you to sugarcoat it for me. You know, I could take it.
Right.
You know, and so it has helped me greatly, and so I really appreciate the friendship that I have with Terry. Because, I mean, I know sometimes she's probably like, oh, shucks, how am I going to tell her this? But I'm just going to let her know anyway. And, but I'm blessed, you know, because I would prefer the truth than a lie, right?
Right,
yeah,
absolutely.
Right. And so,
Yeah,
right?
out there, I don't care what it is. Tell me the truth.
Right.
I can get over that quicker.
Like, yeah, because she'll tell me, she's like,
real,
well, you know, like, you really need, like, your hip is just not like something is wrong with your behind. You know, and we
got room to talk.
Yeah, you know, like, because we talked about all those kind of stuff, and we're very frank about it. You know, like with Cindy, I think you put on a couple of pounds. Really? Sure, we got to hit the gym.
Right.
You know,
right.
And I love those kind of conversation because it's being more truthful.
Right.
Than anything. So yeah.
Friends to the end.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, friendships are very valuable. Because your girlfriend will ground you. Mm-hmm. Your girlfriend's going to tell you the truth. A true girlfriend will tell you the truth about you, what's going on, honestly.
And not trying to hurt your feelings.
Not a mean girl.
They're trying
trying to help you. But that's somebody that you can go to. You know, when you really need to know that confidential friend, or if not confidential, it doesn't. That friend's there for you no matter what. Someone you can that got your back.
Right.
And you can tell them your deepest, darkest secrets, or you know, sometimes you didn't have to tell them. They know you well enough to see it in you.
What's wrong with you?
So yeah, they know.
I know something.
So you know, and to have that is valuable, and those kind of friendships last for years, folks. They last.
And you know what? It's not always the friend that you talk to every day.
Right.
No, you don't have to.
Because a real friend, you don't have to.
Right. Absolutely.
They just know. They know. I mean, I've been blessed enough. And I'll say her name. She may kill me later. Christian Fourier Robinson. I've known
Shout
Christian.
Out, Christian.
Yeah, hi, Christian. She lives like 3 blocks from here. I've known Christian for more than 30 years. And she, like, there's some days I don't talk to her. It'll be a week I don't talk to her. And she'll call me and say, I just need to vent. And off she goes. Mm-hmm. And it's 30 minutes of her just saying, blah, 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 blah. I hope her husband's not listening to me either. And I do the same because we know each other. Or if I call her and I say something that seems out of line, she'll say, tell me what's wrong.
Right.
Like, she just knows, and there's no judgment. And if anyone knows Christian that's listening, she tells you exactly what she's thinking, unfiltered, love it or leave it, and it's even more so honest with me because we've known each other for so long, and you need that person. Like, they keep you from going in the wrong direction sometimes, or overreacting, or whatever it may be. So you have to have that one good friend.
Well, sometimes that girlfriend will also, if you want to do something really bad, they'll do it with you.
Yeah, they'll do it with you. Right.
Sometimes you need an accomplice.
Well, I will send a shout out to Erica Perkins in Atlanta. She is there, and I wish she were in New Orleans. So we are looking. Look, anybody wants to do a executive manager sales job, you know, bring her back to New Orleans. She left before Katrina, but she has been my friend since the 7th grade. You know, when you go to a new school and they say, who wants to walk, you know, Eileen around for the day, she raised her hand, and I've been friends with her ever since. And it's just like that. She lives out of town, but it's not someone we have to talk to every day. But, you know, I'll pick up the phone, haven't talked to her in a couple of days, and it's like nothing ever happened. It could be a month, and it's like nothing ever happened. But it's those, you know, they do have people where they're like, oh, you haven't talked to me. I'm like, oh, please. Like, I can't, you know, we live different lives, and we're at different levels in our lives. And, you know, she has a great career and has done all these amazing things. And, you know, I got married and had a child. So we've just done different things, but we've always remained friends. So shout out to Erica. Hope she's listening. If not, I'll just send her the replay. And another one would be a wise mentor. A wise mentor in your life doesn't have to be someone who shares the same occupation or hobbies with you. It's simply someone who has a few steps ahead of you in life and has enough wisdom and patience to guide you in the right direction. And with that being said, I want to give a little event information that is going on at 10 p.m. So that is in about 25 minutes. Paul Boulier, one of
10
my...
10 p.m. or 10 a.m.?
Oh, 10 a.m., my bad. You know, it's the good life, but, you know, that's all hours. Paul Boulier, a media veteran, is being honored this week in City Council Chambers meeting. So he was a wise mentor for me. A proclamation honoring Paul Boulier, former GM of WBOK, will take place today, September 3rd at 10 a.m. inside the City Council Chambers at City Hall. Paul is being recognized for his 45 years in media, covering issues, politics, and what makes the New Orleans community tick. Paul has given a voice to the voiceless for many years, says Councilmember Nadine Ramsey. His demeanor and style is unique to New Orleans, and regardless of which side of the issue you're on, you can't help but respect his candor and passion for his city. So shout out to one of my wise mentors, Paul Boulier, and he will be recognized today in the City Council chambers at 10 a.m. So I wanted to put that out there before we go into break. And we will get back into some of these friend issues when we get back. This is Gumbo Talk. We are in the stew on The Good Life, and we'll be right back.
Hello, WBOK listeners. This is Chuck Perkins, your Uptown Renaissance man. Join me every Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to noon for the Midday Mashup. It's where we discuss everything from politics to poetry. Remember, the Midday Mashups every Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. until noon on WBOK 1230 a.m., where it's real talk for real times.
The 73rd Annual Louisiana NAACP State Conference and Convention is September 24th to 26th at Nunez Community College in St. Bernard Parish. It's time to stand up to injustice. Register now at www.lanaacp.org or call 504-613-8805 or 504-450-8596 or 504-850-8596. Brought to you by the Louisiana NAACP, pursuing liberty in the face of injustice.
Are you tired of that squeaking door, those uneven steps, or that room you want painted? Have you been looking for that trustworthy contractor that is licensed and insured that can handle all of your residential construction needs? Well, look no further. Elite Southern Solutions can handle all your residential needs. There is no job too big or too small that Elite Southern Solutions can't complete to perfection. Call them at 504-756-7933. That's 504-756-7933. To add value to your home, to update your bathroom, add that much-needed storage, or finally remodel your kitchen. Elite Southern Solutions will take care of that water leak repair, those boards that need to be replaced after termite season. Call a contractor you can trust to get the job done right the first time. And that's Elite Southern Solutions. They are fully licensed and insured and will give you peace of mind. Call them today at 504-756-7933. That's 504-756-7933. That's Elite Southern Solutions, getting the job done right the first time.
You're on the move, and so is your bank. Liberty Bank now offers you the power to manage your money from the palm of your hand with mobile banking with Liberty Bank. Whether you need to check balances, transfer money, or view transactions, mobile banking at Liberty Bank allows convenient and secure access to your money. Enroll today at www.libertybank.net and download our mobile app. You can mobile bank at Liberty Bank to keep the power in your hands. Liberty Bank. There's freedom here. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Hello? I need help. My hair is a mess and my man texts me telling me to be ready for 8. He has a surprise. What am I going to do? My stylist takes forever.
I got you. Call Ringlet Salon. I just left there.
Where?
Ringlet Salon. They took me within minutes and had me in and out in no time. Very professional, and I scheduled online at ringlets.com.
For real?
Girl, for real.
Does Ringlet Salon hook up your roots?
Looks like I got a perm, and you know I'm anti-chemicals. Ringlet Salon has my hair soft and bouncy. I'm getting the Brazilian Blowout Express next week. It eliminates frizz for 6 weeks.
6 weeks? Okay, I'm all about Ringlet Salon. Where are they located?
Ringlets has 2 locations, one at 4712 Paris Avenue and one in the Hilton Hotel on the river. That location validates parking for 4 hours and is open on Sunday.
Perfect for a working woman like me. That's all I needed to know. I'm going to be fresh for my man.
You will if you schedule your appointment at ringlets.com. That's RINGLETTS.com.
Bye. Go and make my appointment with Ringlet Salon now.
Follow WBOK on Facebook and Instagram at WBOK 1230 AM and on Twitter at WBOK 1230.
Welcome to the good life. Welcome to the good life.
The wait is over.
The wait is officially over, and we are back on The Good Life with Eileen. We are here on Gumbo Talk Thursday. We are here with the ladies, and we are getting in the stew. We have Jeanette, Terry, and Cindy in the studio. We are talking about friendships. We discussed healthy and happy habits of couples, and we talked about friends that we should have in our lives. And I want to kind of just run through a couple of those before we jump into the friends that we should dismiss. So the other type of friends that we should have in our lives were the loyal best friend, a fearless adventurer, a brutally honest confidant, a wise mentor, a friend from a different culture, which I think that y'all would really appreciate, a polar opposite, a friendly neighbor, and a work pal, because, they need to help you get through the day. So those are friends that you should have. And it's not that, there are different levels of friendship, but, people who you can go to lunch with or whatever. So, just keep that in mind. But friendship is one of the best aspects of life. That is certain. But some friends are certainly much better than others. A real friend and a fake friend can be hard to distinguish at times, but they are very, very different. And when we talk about frenemies or something like that, have you ever had that friend who can't stop correcting you? When someone is like, actually, it's pronounced like this, or first of all, this is how you do it, or, somebody that always has to check you. If that's your friend, why are you always checking them? And who made you ruler, judge, and executioner? Who made you that person? That probably really isn't your friend. And they're nodding has anyone met somebody like that does that?
I haven't. I've been blessed.
No, I have, and dismissed. Dismissed.
I got
because
to go.
You know what? I may have my faults. You have yours, but I don't point them out.
Right.
And dismiss. I can't fix you.
Right.
I can't fix what you want to deliver in this friendship. So sorry, I don't need it in my life.
Yeah. Right.
But I think that as friends, it's not about not bringing up our fault, but it's how you present it to your friend.
Right.
And that doesn't appear like you're trying to attack and make the other person feel like you're better than the other one.
Right.
And
right.
so, because as true friends, you should be able to talk about areas of weaknesses, right?
Right.
And be able to work together on improving that to change that.
Absolutely.
But having a friend that constantly
somebody that digs at you.
Yeah.
And
I think,
it's like those backhanded digs, and you're like, really? Did you just say that? And you're just looking at them dumbfounded, I don't believe you just told me that. Yeah.
Until that person is perfecto.
Which nobody
is perfecto, right? Yeah, exactly. Amen.
Exactly. Jeanette, have you known anyone that is like that?
Yeah, I have. Past tense.
Yeah.
I have.
They've been dismissed?
Oh, yeah. Who had nobody? I'm an adult. Nobody
right.
cares.
Right.
It's
right.
never that serious. I call them the well-actuallys. Actually.
Right.
Yeah.
What is it? Well, actually.
Well, actually. It's
right.
Well, no, stop it.
And you know what?
Have a drink and relax.
Chill out.
Yeah.
And you know what? This isn't on the list, but I have to say it because we're having this conversation and it came up. Those friends who act like they're your man. I'm like, who want to control you in your time and where were you? What were you doing? And time out. Number one, you're not my man. My man don't act like that.
I was going to say.
But you know what I mean. You don't even have the right to ask me where I am and what time or whatever. Like a parent.
Yeah.
You can't parent me. I'm an adult. You're supposed to be a friend, not a parent. But everybody has that friend who tries to parent them. You're not my parent. Slow your roll. Stay in your lane. Back up off.
Possessive? Trying to control
possessive
who you
friends.
Interact with?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What time you do something, correct. Where you are.
Yeah. Ugh, scary.
Stalker?
Yeah, I don't think I've had that one. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm telling my business on the air. I feel like, look, dismissed.
Hopefully that was a past, that's a...
Dismissed.
Okay.
Look, that's the new one. You're fired. Since Trump is in the news. You're fired. What about the people who always wait for you to make plans? The people who, never wanted... Look, they're looking at each other, but the person who, is always waiting on you to do everything.
Yeah, because they're just too lazy. They just feel like, I don't have to do anything. She's going to do it or he's going to do it. And I call those are one-way street friend.
Mm-hmm. One ways.
Yeah, one way. All they want is to take from you and don't want to invest into.
Takers.
Yeah, because I think as friendship is require an investment on everybody that's want to be part of that friendship, right? even not so much of comparing materialistic or resources, but even like soft gesture in reference to thinking about your friend when you don't normally do, or you know that he or she is in, a challenge situation, and you just want to send that person a text and say, hey, I'm just thinking of you.
Right.
Hopefully, I mean, I love those kind of gestures from friends, because I feel like that is so valuable versus you buying me something.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because those are more, it stays with me more than once in a while I'll do something. And I feel like I'm the type of friend, like if I am committed to a friend, I'm very much invested.
Right.
And sometimes I may go overboard in reference to the friendship.
Right.
But I think that there has to be a two-way street, or a three-way street. How many friends do you have in? And that we have a common interest to grow this friendship.
Right. Like my friend Gian, shout out to Gian, and a lot of the listeners who's been listening for a while will remember her. Like when I started this show, she would help me, and I was like, Gian, come on the show. Like, let's talk about this. And so, she was there for me when we were starting the show, and, it wasn't, she was there for me, and, we've been there for each other in different situations like that. So, I really appreciate her and everything she's done, so shout out to her. And there was a day that I wasn't here, and she actually ran the show for me. It was,
awesome.
My man was going out of town. He was going on a plane, and I was like, I can't. I got to be at the airport. And so she ran the show for me one day. So, yeah. That's a friend, right?
That's
so shout out to you, Gian.
Yeah.
And I was going to dismiss a friend in my life, girlfriend, and who I consider a girlfriend. And I went to Carmelite Rosary last night, and within the prayer that was given prior to us beginning the Rosary, the message in there was for me. And you don't dismiss them; you work with them. So I'm going to dig deep and work with them, because I don't think it's about me. It's about this person. And I think she's the one that needs help, not me. So I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to do what I guess God would want me to do to help her, because she doesn't have many friends. And then my other situation, okay, you guys got to really help me with this. No, seriously, my other situation is this. I've got a girlfriend like 35 years, 36 maybe, 36 years maybe. And her and Steph and Cindy, I want them to, it's hard.
Because you have two friends who can't be other friends?
Well, I think
who aren't meshing well?
Well,
that's interesting sometimes. No, but we all have that
mesh, but I don't know. It's just kind of,
it's hard to bring them in.
Jealousy on one end, I think. It's like pulling for my time.
The possessive. We just talked about that. The possessive friend.
No. Well, I'll talk about the friend that is on the. I believe that one of the friend is like, hey, I'm cool with it. I mean, you could hang out whoever. Because I think this other friend, it's like, like, I understand. I'm like, I don't want all of your time. So the friend understand that Terry has other friends. I think it's the other friend that doesn't have the understanding.
Right.
And yeah, so.
Yeah. And we've been friends for years. And
y'all just confused me.
It's a running joke.
But okay.
A comment that I'm always with Cindy. Always with that.
Well, they're
and
jealous.
I try to put them together.
They're jealous, but it might just be that they miss you.
Is that what it is?
I'm trying to, like, if they're your friend, it might just be that they miss you.
No, it's not they. She misses you.
It just means that she misses you. Yeah, and maybe, look, you may need to feed that friendship.
Right.
If the friendship means something to you and you want to continue the friendship, then I think you just need to, make her feel special. Go have a spa day. Go, like, get your nails done together.
And the other friend wants Terry to feed into the other friendship.
Okay, so there's
two different ones.
Two other friends.
No, there's two friends.
Okay.
Oh, there's two friends.
Okay.
You are popular.
I know. And you know
guess what? Tell them you're with me.
Oh, yeah. I'm with Eileen.
Just you're with me. And then,
Check.
That's too bad. She's with me. Done. So that's what happened. She was with me. We were at one of Aiden's many functions. She was giving me advice. So that's what it was.
The topic is great today.
See? That's what it was.
And for those ladies that are out there with issues with your friends, dig deep. If that friend is valuable to you, or if you really can't fix it, don't let it depress you, because it could destroy you.
Yeah.
Dismiss.
And y'all will like these next two ones. The next two topics. People who can't be happy for you, and people who never ask how your day was.
Yeah.
They always talk about themselves.
Yeah.
This is what I like to tell them.
I think it was Oprah Winfrey that said you can't be friends with someone who wants your life.
Ooh, hello.
Ooh.
That's what happened.
There you go.
We were talking about that on the break.
It's impossible. They will never be happy for you because they want to be where you are, whether it's professionally, personally, whether it's your friendship, and they always feel slighted, and they find fault with where you are because they're miserable because they aren't there. You cannot be friends with someone who wants your life.
Hello. We dropped the mic. I don't even want to talk about anything else now. You cannot be friends with someone who wants your life.
It's impossible. No matter how hard you try.
Hello. I think we have to tag that. I'm gonna put that as a quote and put Jeanette's D's.
But via Oprah Winfrey, I believe.
Oprah Winfrey.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But you'll change a word and just make it yours.
That's exactly. I'll adopt it.
But if that isn't profound, see, we dropped the knowledge here on The Good Life. You can't be friends with someone who wants your life. Mm-hmm. It's pretty simple.
Exactly. And you know what? Oprah's friend Gail.
Mm-hmm.
Gail always talked about Oprah. I mean, I know Gail from Gail's family from Washington D.C. And when I sit with Gail before Oprah really became Oprah,
mm-hmm.
and Gail would always talk about my best friend Oprah. But let me tell you something. That woman brought Gail up with her.
Mm-hmm.
As much as she possibly
could.
Right.
She bought. That's what friends do.
And that's a real friend.
They are like die-hard friends. And Gail always talked about Oprah. She would always, and I'm like, one day I want to meet your friend Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, we can look at her on TV, and we would. And at the time, Gail was doing TV. She was doing the news, and when she stopped doing it, Oprah brought her into her life and
mm-hmm.
her world, and kept her friend at her side.
Yep.
That's what you do.
And you know what's odd? People used to give Gail a hard time for being a good friend. They always called her a sidekick, and she doesn't have her own career, and she follows Oprah. She's a friend. She was never jealous. She was never envious.
Never.
She was a supportive friend. There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
Gail has done just fine in life.
I want a Gail.
Right. Everyone needs a Gail.
I want to go on a road trip.
Gail is a true friend.
I could see the two of y'all on a road trip.
I don't know.
I'd be scared.
Oh my God, dude, it's frightening, the road trip Cindy and I have taken. Oh my word. Okay, but yeah, but we are friends that get each other, and that's important.
Yeah,
you got to have a friend that gets you. Okay, and
flaws
they may
and
not
all.
like the part of you that they get, but they got it.
They accept it.
Hey, I know that if something's going on in my life, Cindy gets it. She's not going to judge me. She just gets it.
Right.
And that's the best part of it all. That's Oprah and Gail.
Mm-hmm.
That's Oprah and Gail. Judge them. People say so many things about those two. I mean, really.
Yeah, the
ridiculous.
rumors and foolishness.
But you'd have to know the upbringing from Gail. And Gail's family is so loving. So they gave me a baby shower. I had nobody. I had no. I mean, I was living in Washington D.C. And I had no friends up there yet because Kurt's child moved up there. And that family gave me a baby shower. And the stuff that they did at this baby shower to make me laugh, oh, my God, because they knew I was having a rough time with being in a place, just Kurt and I. Yeah, it was just Kurt and I.
Yeah.
And they gave me a baby shower. Yeah, and I was home all day just waiting on him to come home.
Right.
Right. But anyhow,
and you're emotional and pregnant.
Yeah,
Right.
and Gail and her friends, Gail and her family, they're wonderful people. So if Gail's family is like that, I could see why Oprah has Gail in her life forever and does the things that she does for her friend because they got each other back no matter what.
Right.
No matter what.
Real friends have each other's back.
Exactly.
So everyone can appreciate this last one of friends that you should dismiss. People whom you can't trust as far as you can throw them.
Dismissed.
Oh, yeah. I delete.
Oh, yeah.
I literally
And
delete.
everybody knows somebody like that.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes they're in the workplace, so be aware of those.
Right.
They're like the workplace friends who really want your job, and you can't trust them farther than you can. Don't give them your personal business. Talk about work stuff. Don't give them all your kid stuff, because they will use it against you someday.
This is where age has an advantage. Because the older you get, the quicker you recognize people like that, and you remove them from their lives. Even if it's someone you've known forever, people you knew from high school and before. The older you get, the more you say, you talk too much, you're making it up, or
too much,
and it goes, the older you get, the better you are at removing those people from your world.
Got to go. And last but not least, people who make you feel like everything is the worst. People who make a habit of assuming the worst in both people and circumstances. So when they're extreme negativity, if you're put in a position to either, join them here or there, I call them energy vampires. I know y'all have heard me say that, but they literally suck the good energy out of you.
Yeah.
And I had a friend like this, and I was trying to come on, be positive. Y'all know y'all hear me on the air. And I was I didn't want to not be her friend because I think
don't know. I was just like, she's just in a rough patch. We're going to change this. And, but I'm like, it got to the point where I was being negative. Could y'all imagine that? Me negative?
No.
Exactly. So I was like, oh no. And honestly, it wasn't anything that we did intentionally. It just kind of grew apart because I was changing my mindset and trying to go in a different direction, and we just grew apart. So sometimes it happens naturally when it's supposed to.
Eileen, you're an energetic person. So that person had to be very toxic to suck some energy out of you. Because you know what? You try to find the good in everybody. You do.
Exactly.
And that's a compliment to you. And not many
you.
people are like that.
Thank you.
And you're vibrant. And she probably wants your life. And,
I never thought about that.
Oh, my word, yes. But for someone to suck the life out of you, that has to be the...
That's negative.
And I tried, and I'm a big believer in The Secret, y'all, and the law of attraction. So I even had the videos and let's watch the video together. Let's get our mind right. We can have wine in The Secret. I'd buy books and everything. I just sometimes you can.
Secret, huh?
Yes, but sometimes you just can't do it. So you can't, lose yourself. You have to put yourself first, and you have to do self-reflection on your life and what's more important. And around this time every day I get hungry. It's 9:55, so meet me at Neo's today. Their Thursday specials are smothered chicken, breaded pork chops, that's Aiden's favorite, and cabbage. Today is cabbage day. Thursday specials, smothered chicken, breaded pork chops, and cabbage. And I love them because they always have something I can eat. Yesterday they had mustard greens, today they have cabbage.
Yeah.
That's the good life. Meet me at Neo's, 3340 Bienville Street in Mid-City, 3340 Bienville Street in Mid-City. Their Thursday special, smothered chicken, breaded pork chops, and cabbage. Meet me there. This is Eileen, and I'm out.